Welcome to our tutorial for today. Today we'll be deriving a formula for the quadratic equation. Now, let's get to it. The general form for any quadratic equation is ax squared plus bx plus c. A, b, and c are constants and x is a variable. So in this formula, we want to find the value of x. Now, there are actually multiple ways of deriving a quadratic equation formula. We are going to use one easy step to do that. So the first thing we do is to make sure and get the constant term c across the equal sign. What do we have? Ax squared plus bx is equal to negative c. Once we get c across the equal sign, then we try to make this side of the equation to be a perfect square. We have ax squared plus bx. How do we make that to be a perfect square? We multiply each side of the equation by 4a. So we multiply this side by 4a, and then we multiply this side by 4a. So let's see what happens. 4a times ax squared. 4a times a is 4a squared, and then you have the x squared plus 4a times bx is 4a bx. Everything should be equal to 4a times negative c is negative 4ac. That's what we have when we multiply each side by 4a. Now what happened? This side seems like a perfect square trinomial, but we are not seeing the last term. So it's 4a squared x squared plus 4abx. We have a b as a middle term here. So we are going to add b squared to both sides of the equation. This is what we have. 4a squared x squared plus 4abx plus b squared. What did we do? We added b squared on this side. That means we should add b squared on the other side. We add b squared on this side. We add b squared on the other side. Simple. The next step is to factorize this trinomial. This is a trinomial because it has 3 terms. Tri means 3. This is a perfect square trinomial. How do we factorize that? It will be in parentheses. What is the square root of 4? That's 2. What is the square root of a squared? That's a. What is the square root of x squared? That's x. Plus, since we got positive, we use plus. And what is the square root of b squared? That's just b. So this is 2ax plus b all squared. If we multiply this by itself, we are going to get 4a squared x squared plus 4abx plus b squared. Everything should be equal to b squared minus 4ac. We are almost there. Once we have this, the next step will be to take the square root on both sides to get rid of this square. So we have 2ax plus b all squared is equal to this is b squared minus 4ac. So to get rid of the square, we take the square root on both sides. We take square root here, we take square root here. Now this square is going to cancel out this square root. We are only left with 2ax plus b is equal to. Now, a very important point. Each time you take the square root on both sides, the right hand side of the equation, provided the square is on the left hand side, the right hand side of the equation will carry a plus or minus. So we have plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. And remember, we are solving for x. So to solve for x in this equation, we send this b across. You have 2ax is equal to minus b. This b goes across to become negative. Plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. And that's what we have. Finally, we want to find the value of x. And how do we do that? We do that by dividing both sides by 2a. Because 2a is a coefficient of x. So once we have 2ax is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus AC. We can divide this out by 2a. Divide this out by 2a. Now what happens? 2a and 2a will go out. X will be equal to, so this is only x. X will be equal to the entire stuff here, minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared plus 4ac all divided by 2a. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call a quadratic equation formula. X is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all divided by 2a. That is the quadratic equation formula, and it is derived from the general form of any quadratic equation, ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell for more videos. Thank you very much, and see you next time.